Today is time for some Bonchon, and I love me some Bonchon. We're doing every chain, which means I have to go back to even the places that I like. Bonchon, if you don't know, it says it right on here, but that is a Korean fried chicken franchise that does basically Korean dishes. And I have had it the first time when I was making his YouTube channel. I've been there a ton of times since. I really love it. So I got a bunch of stuff off the menu. It came out to about $67 with all the sides and everything else. Price-wise, it's in the same price point as like a Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings, or a Dave's Hot Chicken somewhere in there. There's also another franchise called BBQ Chicken, which we have to go to that does Korean fried chicken. But they are growing and expanding, and there's a lot more. If you don't have one in your area, I would just check on their website to see if you have one, because they have been opening up them left and right. Drop a thumbs up, man. You guys are ready to know the vibes. Let's get into the video. Let me show you what I got on the chicken side. I got their smallest meal deal because it's just me, but trust me, I could eat a lot more than this. So I got two different kinds. I got their soy garlic, and believe it or not, this is my first time trying, but this is their plain. I just wanted to see what it tasted like with no sauce, but they also have sweet and spicy and Korean barbecue, which are all good. I also got an order of their seasoned fries, which are absolute heat. They are so delicious. I already know that. And then I got an order of their dumplings, and I got their sweet and spicy, dang, get this open, and their soy garlic. Those are also good. So let's start off. There's more stuff. Don't believe, trust me. I'm just showing y'all what I'm gonna do right now. Let's start off with this plain, believe it or not. First time trying it. I did get some of their spicy mayo in case it doesn't taste like anything at all. You can get either drums or wings in anything. They do have boneless as well as tenders, but I'm not doing that. Listen to this. I be knowing, bro. I be knowing. Hot. Crazy, but true. I have eaten Bonchon, I don't know, maybe 10 times. I've never eaten it this fresh because I always take it home. Usually it's warm. This is fresh out the grease. Hot as hell. The flavor on this isn't much though. I kind of knew that going in because they let their sauces do their thing. I'm not mad at that, but you just listen to this. It needs something though. When I tell you they're plain, it's like legitimately plain. It doesn't taste like anything other than breading, but it is fully cooked, which is a nice thing. Let's go in for this spicy mayo. Their breading is some of the most perfect chicken that you will get in any franchise on the fry. It's always on point. There's gonna be somebody thinking I doctored this sound. I ain't touched nothing. That's how it is. Plain though, it's literally, you need something to dip it in. I give it a 6 out of 10 just because it doesn't taste like anything but chicken. But I ordered that, so I'm not mad at it. I just wanted to see what it was like. But this is why I'm really here. Okay, I'm going for the drum first. Soy garlic. Now we're working with something. Look at this. Here we go. Hold on. I'm gonna put the windows. I want nothing to ruin this sound. More people need to talk about Bonchon. I'm burning my tongue. I'm sorry. I'm burning my tongue. I don't really care. Their soy garlic, I've talked about before. They have one of the better seasonings or sauces. It's perfectly balanced between soy and garlic. And when I noticed, I said best because I wish that they just doubled the recipe and kept the same amount of balance and turned up the soy and the garlic. But it is so good. Still, as I said before, their fry on their chicken is different than any other place that I've had. They have a twice fry that just, it's very distinct. If you put this drumstick in front of me, in front of any other Korean fried chicken place, I will notice the difference. That includes the mom and pop ones. Fire, bro. I gotta get a wing too, though. You get a wing? You get a wing? I want the flat. They only gave me flats. Of course they did. Here we go. The wing too. Y'all hear that, man? If you're asking me what I like between the whole drums and the wings, I like the wings the best. The drums ain't nothing to mess with, but there's something about that wing breading with the sauce. My favorite flavor is soy garlic. If I had to pick a second flavor between all these, it would be the sweet and spicy. They had one before, but I think they got rid of it because there were 4 flavors. So I don't know where you went, but you need to come back. Can I just dip this in the, I want to dip the drummy in the mayo real quick. Yeah, it's okay. We're all friends here. The crunch on this is crazy. It just doesn't taste like anything. If you ain't never had Bonchon before, you gotta try it. To me, on a chain scale, it is up there with any chain wing that I've had. Yes, that includes Wingstop. Like, no joke. To me, look, one more time, just, again, I can just prove it to y'all just by holding this up. Just try it. Chain scale, 9.5 out of 10. It's up there with any of them. It is Korean, so it's a bit different, but in this case, it just works really, really well. Fries. They have 2 different kinds, regular and seasoned. You know I'm picking seasoned. Oh, y'all want to see it? I'm sorry. It's like this Parmesan dusting, but the fry on these is always on point. And they are always fried perfectly. I think they fry these twice, if I'm not mistaken. But another type of fry that nobody talks about. I think it's 4 and change for an order, but their order is a box. It's not, you can share these. You know, it's different than going to a fast food place. And I think a lot of people mix that up. This and Five Guys, I don't think you're supposed to eat them alone. I know we big back, but when you buy a large fry from Five Guys or here, it's a lot of fries. So I think you're supposed to share the sides. Spicy mayo. With these fries, they're stuck together. That's one fry. Another thing that nobody talks about is their fries, which get a 9 out of 10 for me. They're very good. I'd put them up there with any fry, save for maybe 2 or 3, like your Five Guys and stuff like that. And what really stands out again is how well cooked they are every single time. We got the dumplings, sweet and spicy and soy garlic. I'm gonna start off with the sweet and spicy. I got veggie, but they do have pork dumplings as well. I didn't need the extra pork. Man, it turns up the spicy and the sweet and spicy. I'm not mad at that. Going a little mayo. The pot stickers, they always fry these up nice. See that little bark on there? And there's the veggies on the inside. I personally like the spicy mayo with the sweet and spicy. You also got the soy garlic, which sweet and spicy might be too hot for some people. This won't be too hot, but they always brush everything. They don't douse it in sauce, so there's no pool on the bottom, which makes them stay crispier longer. A lot of places, they take the sauce, they dunk it on there, and if you don't eat it like right in the restaurant outside like I am, they taste old within minutes. No bueno. So I always appreciate this version. You can't go wrong with either of these. They do have these plain as well, but I don't order anything plain. And I never will again after trying those chicken. Fried plain chicken. You gotta season theirs. But this is more of a pick your poison with sauce. I think they're both very good. For me, they're both a 9 out of 10. Like, they're both really good. It depends on what but I always like to get half and half because that is an option. So it's more of a pick your poison. They're both great sauces. Next up, we have what's called japchae. They're called japchae, but it's glass noodles is like what we would call them. They mix it with their bulgogi. I know there's gonna be somebody in the comments that says it's bulgogi. It's not. It's bulgogi. Just all right. I might have butchered japchae, but I don't really. That's what I've always. But bulgogi is right. All right. But then there's other onions, peppers, carrots, etc. This is something a lot of people get their fried rice, but I don't think enough people talk about the glass noodles because they do be hitting. I know this is gonna be hot as hell. Temperature hot? Because I'm gonna start tearing in a minute. Half of y'all think I'd be crying on my videos anyway, but this is the bulgogi in here. It's like thinly sliced marinated beef. Really flavorful. And you can see that the sauce was all soaked up by those glass noodles, so they're not flavorless at all. A little bit of crunch and flavor from the onions and the peppers. The biggest thing I noticed, you see how much beef is in here? Like, there's a ton of it. Some places, they don't really give you enough. But there's always, like, a ton of bulgogi in here. I'm trying to burn my mouth. Everybody from here always says you have to get the bulgogi fried rice. It's delicious. I'm not saying don't get it. I'm just saying not enough people talk about these noodles. And the person, I've had their entire menu at this point. This is a massively underrated dish. Just make sure, again, there's a lot of food that you get. It costs like $15. So make sure you know before you go in there. These are not fast food prices. This is more towards that fast casual. Each meal is going to cost probably between $15 and $20. Just keep it in a buck. But to me, this doesn't taste like fast food at all. Also, people who don't like mushrooms, did I just drop the mushroom? There you go. There are mushrooms in here, but because they make everything fresh, either use the app or before you order it, just ask for no mushroom. Just make sure you know that. Some people don't like mushrooms. I'm a fan of them, but I don't like pickles, which is weird. Okay, stop eating this. I'm giving this to my parents today, just so people know. By the time y'all have watched this video, they have eaten it. They don't know that yet. I'm just gonna go over there and surprise them. So, I know y'all watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, I gotta eat a little bit more of it before I just give this away. Okay, sorry. I get lost in the food sometimes. Yeah. Not elite dish, but very good. 8.5 out of 10. So this is only my second time ordering this, but these are their donuts, but they come like in a stick form, okay? Now, the first time I got this, I really didn't like this because they didn't give me, it comes with a sauce. They didn't give it to me last time. I didn't make sure this time. I just ordered it and it came with it this time. So I'm glad it did. What this looks like and smells like is like Cinnabon icing or something similar to that. There is, I don't want it. This is like a car messer. Oh, Lord. Well, got some on my finger. Nah. That more tastes like, here, let's just try this first. So you can see there's cinnamon sugar all over this. Much. I mean, they must have went to work on it. These is good. The donut is really light and airy on the inside. It tastes like an upgraded, because of the inside is so light and airy, of like an Auntie Anne's cinnamon sugar pretzel. It doesn't even need the sauce this time. Look at this. Outside, a little crispy. Inside, light and airy. I mean, wow. But let's try the sauce, which tasted like almost like a condensed milk kind of taste. And I don't mind that. It's not really sweet like you would get on like Cinnabon icing. Nah, these are serious. The first time I had these, I thought these were mid. They must have messed up that day. I caught them on a bad day. Because, boy, these are hitting right now. That's dangerous. Get that away from me. You get 2 in an order. And I think it's like $5. 5 and change. I'll be honest with you. Those are really damn good. It's taking every ounce of me not to big back this thing right now, but I'm not gonna. All right, it's summertime. Delicious. I mean, delicious on a chain scale. Stop, bro. You know I want to eat these. One of the better desserts that I've had. Real talk. 9.4 out of 10. It's up there. I'm never going to Bonchon without getting these again. I'll put it that way. I personally think more people need to talk about Bonchon. After having this again, this is like the 10th time I've had it. They're really, really consistent. I went to a different location one time, I'll be honest, and it wasn't as good, but I DoorDashed it. So I can't really put that on them. You know, when you DoorDash things, it's a little different. That's why I wanted to do more stuff in the car. Now that I have a bigger SUV that I didn't like, my car was before was a sedan. It was just a little small. I didn't feel comfortable in it. But that's why I wanted to do it, because there's no denying that unless you go and get the food yourself and live close by, or you eat it, Bonchon's not meant to be eaten inside, but it does have seating. Inside, it's not going to be as good. And a couple of years ago when I started, a lot of these restaurants I did was during, 2020 when we couldn't go outside. That's how this channel started. So I got comfortable doing DoorDash. It's not as good on DoorDash. Plus, you don't know who the hell's driving your food or how long they're going to take. So this, to me, is just as good of a chain as, and in some cases better, depending on location, your Wingstops and your Dave's. I'm a big fan of both. One time Buffalo Wild Wings and etc. So more people need to talk about this. If you have a location near you and you've never had Korean fried chicken, this is like, I've had better Bonchon than some Korean fried chicken places. Not all, but some. That's how good it is. It's not better than every mom and pop, but it is better than some of them. More of them, not all of them. That's crazy. I've eaten a ton of them. I'm going to do my best this week. It's the 4th of July, but within this week or the next, there's a mom and pop place that everybody's been bugging me to do. And I never get to, but in the summer, I get to leave a little earlier. So I think I'm going to go pretty soon. I'll let you know, because I know some of y'all in the comments probably asked me. One of y'all stopped me. This is a true story. I was cleaning my car. I was cleaning my car and somebody pulled the car over and walked up and was like, yo, you go. And the first thing they said to me when they realized, like, they recognized me while they were driving. But when they pulled over and they said, what's up? I said, what's up, man? How you doing? You got to go to this place. That's the second thing he said. So I've been getting bugged about it for a long time. So I'm going to do that soon. But I appreciate y'all, man. This summer, I know I talked about this before. Like, I'm enjoying the car videos, and it just needs to be done. It has to be done. We got to go to these places and give them a fair shot. So we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.